The tiger is the most charismatic mammal on this planet. I'm not entirely sure that India or the world really wants tigers. The needs are very basic, but it needs space, exclusive space, and it needs food, water and protection. There doesn't seem to be much place in modern India for tigers. The crunch here in India is land. We now have 28 tiger reserves, which are set aside for the better management and protection of tigers. But the problem is that at least 10 of them, there's no tigers.
Why is it so hard to conserve them?
The tiger has become a big nuisance, and it's now been portrayed as tiger versus people. So, of course, politically you have to support people, not tigers, when in fact it is not tiger versus people. The tiger is a very separate issue, tiger conservation.
What's the issue? Why can't we protect the tiger?
Well, in a single word, it's politics. The authorities do not want to highlight any poaching incidences. A tiger is killed, so it's quickly buried and the whole thing is hushed up. I do sympathize with them a little bit, because if a park manager admits that there's a tiger poaching case in his park, he'll get shifted to the back of beyond, his children's education will suffer, his career suffers. Nobody's encouraged to do good enforcement. So we are losing our wild tigers for a fashion statement. By wearing a tiger skin in particular, all the people that are viewing you at a horse festival know that you have the purchasing power, the money. Tiger products like tiger bones and eyeballs and penises and whiskers and everything, that's all processed into traditional Chinese medicine. That's then smuggled to Chinese communities around the world. There are groups of professional poachers. There's two in particular. One is based in Western India, one in Central India, who do nothing but this sort of poaching. And there's a large number of them. They travel from place to place, wherever there's tiger habitat, wherever there are tigers. And then they work with local people. For instance, villagers living in or on the fringes of a tiger reserve merely have to say to them, oh, a cow has been killed in such and such a place, or a cheetal or samba has just been killed, and they get a reward, a cash reward from the poachers, and they don't necessarily take part in the crime. There's 4 common ways to kill a tiger. The sort of traditional way is to use this steel trap. You just dig a little hole, open the trap, which is quite difficult, and then there's a thick chain that is connected to a tree. Recently we found they've been laying 3 or 4 of these traps and measuring the tiger's stride. Second way, poison. Cats are very susceptible to poison. It's very cheap, very easy, and that's poisoning the kill. The third way is electrocution. So they tap a live wire and then put these long trails that can be up to 2 kilometers long. Those traps are mostly set for food, for deer meat and so on. And tigers are forever getting killed in them. In fact, one I heard got killed yesterday. Then the fourth way is shooting. And you'd think that shooting would be pretty difficult in a protected area. But the last few tigers that have been killed in both Ranthambore and in Sariska, guns were used. Personally, I'm really puzzled why there isn't a bigger outcry. The problem has been presented through the media fairly thoroughly. Is it that the world doesn't care?